if you want. They bring you potential customers right to you. They're A+ rated, and they are affiliated with a multi-billion-dollar company, and you'll find all about them. Don't miss out on this chance to earn some money from home. Now, click my name, George, in the referral box, and visit incomeathome.com. That's incomeathome.com. I can spell it for you. Income, A-T, incomeathome.com.
When was the last time you heard someone say they brought back cockroaches from their vacation? Not likely. Bedbugs, however, are another matter. Bedbugs want to go places, and they're looking for a lift with you on your clothing or in your luggage. They're gifted hitchhikers, equipped with claw-like feet that allow these scurrying species to attach themselves to any fabric with swift stealth. Anyone traveling to an infested location could bring the infestation home just by leaving clothing on an infested hotel bed. Next trip, take along personal bedbug protection. Take along Cedarside's Best Yet Bedbug Killer Spray and prevent bedbugs from hitching a ride home. Best Yet Bedbug Killer Spray kills bedbugs, larvae, and eggs on contact. Protect yourself, your bedding area, and luggage. Now available in TSA-approved carry-on size spritzers. Visit us at cedarside.com, CEDARCIDE, or call 800-842-1464. 800-842-1464. Radio 1240 KSMX. Streaming now at 1240ksmx.com.
Okay, welcome back. I'm George Norrie. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our guest tonight, Richard Miniter, and then he can tell you a lot more about himself. He is an internationally recognized expert on terrorism. He's the author of Losing Bin Laden in Shadow War and Massacre. The 9/11 Commission used his work as key documents in putting together the 9/11 Commission report. And according to a Commission spokesperson, Mr. Miniter broke news with his investigative reporting for the award-winning investigative team at the Sunday Times of London. It was a 4-part series. It was called The Road to Ground Zero. Here's Richard Miniter at Coast to Coast. Richard, how are you?
Hi, George. Good to be with you.
Likewise. Tell me a little bit more about you and your background.
Well, I was a reporter and columnist for the Wall Street Journal. I joined the Sunday Times of London investigative team, the famous Insight team there. We won some international investigative awards for looking into 9/11, the causes. And the great thing about writing for a British newspaper into 9/11 is that we didn't have to take on any of the views of the American establishment. We were free to go much broader and much deeper. And ultimately, we came up with a 90,000-word 4-part series and won a lot of awards both in the United States and in Europe. And then I went on to write a book called Losing Bin Laden about the 13 different opportunities that President Bush had to take out Bin Laden prior to 9/11. Why he did do it.
Yeah, we'll get into some of that tonight too, because that fascinates me. When you hear the phrase theorists, that these folks who believe that either 9/11 was an inside job or that there was some knowledge to turn their heads or that the buildings were wired, do you shudder, Richard, when you say, well, maybe there's something there?
Well, I think part of the problem with the internet is that we assume that everyone has access to great amounts of information and is able to act on it. And I think first of all, there are conspiracies, right? I do agree that there are some. But I think what people don't fail to realize is that individuals can be smart, but people in groups can be dumb. And when you put people into an institution, a series of competitive agencies called the U.S. federal government, it reduces the average IQ of everybody in it. It's a kind of pyramid of fear. So while individuals might start to connect the dots and say, hey, there seems to be something here, the downward pressure from their boss is, well, let's not step out, let's not say anything contrary, and let's not say anything different. And so you really understand how the U.S. government and how European and Arab governments work. It's, from the outside, you see the information and the evidence. They say, whoa, wait a minute, how could they not have known this? They must be covering up. Well, I think different parts of the government do different things, but they can cooperate with each other because the government is really a pyramid of fear.
Sure.
And big corporations can act like pyramids of fear, too. That's why big organizations, labor unions, governments, businesses, can do incredibly dumb, incredibly shocking, and sometimes dangerous things because they have a lower intelligence than an individual, if you know what I mean. It's a herd mentality takes over. So I think conspiracy theorists, as they're sometimes called, are useful corrective in our society in the sense that they sort of point at the information the establishment doesn't want to hear. And they can be useful for holding the establishment accountable.
That's a good point.
And on the other hand, some of the things that the conspiracy theorists come up with are not really well-grounded in fact, and I'm prepared to debate that.
Okay. You know, and one thing, we've had all kinds of people on this program, and I may very well want to get you back with some of those people who claim to be experts in their own field, to have you argue with them. But maybe you may agree with them. So we'll have to find
it. It depends on what they have to say, and you know.
I mean, for example, I'm baffled by Building 7. I don't understand how that building that was not hit by a plane could collapse like that. I've never seen a building collapse like that unless it was a controlled demolition or something hit it.
Well, something did hit it. I mean, the bottom 10 stories of the building were scooped out by wreckage from the plane. The NIST did an extensive study, the U.S. government agency. There was a fire that burned on the 5th floor for more than 8 hours. There was an emergency generator on the 5th floor, a diesel-powered electric generator, that was linked to a pressurized line all the way to the basement, and in that basement was a huge reservoir of diesel. And so it was believed that fire, and there was no firefighting. The firefighting was concentrated on the 2 World Trade Center towers. So Trade Center 7 never got any real attention from the New York Fire Department. Remember, the building was largely unoccupied. Everyone had emptied out of Building 7 within an hour of the second plane crash. So by 9:45, that building was empty. It wasn't seen as urgent. They were still trying to evacuate people from the towers. And that's been what the focus was. So nobody was putting out the fire in Building 7. That fire raged for at least 8 hours. And like I said, it was set to a pressurized diesel line. And at the same time, the southwestern corner of the building has been taken out as about 10 stories, about 25% of the left of the building. If you look at the video,
what took that? How did that happen?
Weather and from the World Trade Center.
Has it collapsed?
No. When everyone looks at the video, usually just the video of the first plane hitting. But as that plane hit, pieces came off the building and off the plane and collided into various buildings. I think there's something like 27 buildings, I have to check the exact number for you, that got some damage from different bits of debris that came out.
From the momentum of the plane crash.
Right. I mean, it's second law, right? Force equals mass acceleration. And then, of course, as the fire raged, especially in the North Tower, bits of that building came as well. And then when the towers collapsed, there was a third impact into World Trade Center 7. So about 25%, about 10 stories of World Trade Center 7 are taken out. And then the structure of the building is a series of columns which were only rated to take 2,000 pounds per square foot. And if you look at the video of the collapse of the building, you'll see that World Trade Center 7 doesn't collapse straight down as you would see in a controlled demolition. It collapses diagonally. And that's because it is folding in on its weakened face.
Like a chopped tree?
Like a chopped tree. So this is the NIST report. Hundreds of pages of engineering digest and so on, but it's fairly credible. And what I would like to see, I mean, first of all, I think, you know, the guy, I think people say, well,